Well, welcome in, Scouters Mountain students and families and community members, and also a special welcome to our special guests from Happy Valley Elementary, Mount Scott Elementary. Welcome in to the Scouters Mountain Morning Messages. It is a Monday edition of the Morning Messages. It is Monday, April 5th, 2021. A little chilly this morning, but it's supposed to clear off this afternoon. Hopefully lots of nice weather. Get some fresh air after you're done with your hybrid or your distance learning today. Welcome in. What do we need to know today, Mr. Long? Well, as I said before, big welcome to our new friends from Happy Valley Elementary. They're joining us in kindergarten, and Mount Scott Elementary, who join us in first grade and in fourth grade in Miss Warren's room and in Miss Johnson's room, and in kindergarten, of course, in Mrs. Neal's room. Glad to have all of you with us. I hope you have time to tune into these morning messages. These give you a little sneak peek at what's going on this week at Scouters Mountain Elementary, which could also involve you. We'll have some updates about that a little bit later on because we do have a supply pickup coming up very soon right here at Scouters Mountain, which is I know it's a little further for some families to travel, especially from Mount Scott, but also from Happy Valley. We'll do our best to work with you to get you your supplies if you are still in distance learning. Now, for those of you at Scouters Mountain and you read those 1,000 minutes way back in November and December, we're going to take your picture to put it on a poster. That's coming up this week. In fact, tomorrow is the first time you can get your picture taken if you are in Cohort A. I'll have more details about that. There it is right there. Cohort A, you're going to get your picture taken tomorrow. So bring your book, bring any props, an outfit that you might want to wear, like a favorite character in the book that you read, or maybe the author. And then if you are in distance learning still, CDL, then you come on Wednesday, drop by anytime. I will take your picture in front of the green screen and we'll get it all set up for your read poster. Also, for those of you from Happy Valley or from Mount Scott, if you would like to get your very own read poster and keep watching, you can see what those look like. And your parents can vouch for you that you did read 1,000 minutes in November and December. We'll take your picture too, of course. You're part of our community now too. We'll take your picture for sure. And a special shout out to our second graders from Scouters Mountain and to our third graders from Scouters Mountain. They are now at Mount Scott in second grade for distance learning and at Happy Valley in third grade for distance learning. So those poor kids were used to getting up for class at 8:45. It now starts at 7:45 for them. So still thinking about you as kids during this hybrid time got moved all around to different schools, at least from our school they did. So special shout out to our second and third graders. We'll see you back here for sure. Well, I don't know for sure, but in person, when we do come back in person, you'll come back to Scouters Mountain for that. Supply pickups, like I mentioned before. Now, these are for our kindergartners, first, fourth, and fifth graders. Second and third graders, you go to Mount Scott for yours. Third grade, you go to Happy Valley for your supply pickups. But if you are in kindergarten, first, fourth, or fifth, you will come here tomorrow between 9 and 11 or 2 to 5. We'll have your supplies ready for you. If you can't come during those hours, and I realize we have lots of working families and you're coming from a further distance now when you're coming to our school, please let me know. You can email me back. I sent out an email reminder about that today, and we'll make arrangements to make sure that you get your supplies. Any questions, you can always email Mr. Long. You know how to get a hold of me by now. There's the email address right there, longc@nclac.k12r.us. Who is celebrating a birthday this week? Well, it's interesting. We don't have very many. We usually have a whole screen full of birthdays. This week, Jackson Frank is celebrating his birthday tomorrow, one of our new friends from, I believe, Mount Scott Elementary. Bradley Reed, one of our fifth graders, celebrating a birthday, it looks like on Wednesday. And then on Friday is Isla Glasgow's birthday. Happy birthday to all three of you. Check your mailbox. You should be getting a special letter and prize in the mail from me. Happy birthday to all three of you coming up this week. Now, usually we have more birthdays than that. It's kind of weird for Scouters to only have 3 in 1 week. There's those read posters I was talking about. That's Jerry on the left. That's Kennedy on the right. We'll take the picture here at school in front of a green screen. Then a computer puts that background on there. So you don't get to choose your background. We try to make it match whatever you're wearing or your book. But there's the background right there. So that's what we're starting on this week, starting tomorrow for Cohort A kids. So the goal is to read 1,000 minutes before January 7th. We're taking your photos tomorrow, Cohort A. Wednesday is CDL kids who are still in distance learning. And Thursday is Cohort B. Any questions about what you can bring? Do you have to wear a mask? Some people have been asking, do you have to wear a mask? The answer is yes. in the building. Of course, you have to wear your mask. When we snap the picture, we'll let you take your mask off, make a big smile. We'll make sure we're all 6 feet away. And then after the picture's taken, you put your mask back on and go about your day. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes or so. I think we're going to do them in the gym. I had said the cafeteria early. I think the gym might be easier, but we'll start those tomorrow for cohort A, Wednesday for kids in CDL, and Thursday for cohort B. And if you're from Mount Scott or from Happy Valley and you read 1,000 minutes and your parents sign off on it, that's fine with me. We'll take your picture too, and you can get your own read poster just like the kids at Scouters Mountain Elementary. There's my email address right there. If you need to verify anything or have any questions, that's where you get a hold of me right there. All right, remember those challenges I gave you last week before the weekend? I said last Friday is National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. Do you like PB&J sandwiches? Send Mr. Long a photo or a video of you making or eating your favorite sandwich. And I gave you some pictures of things. Now, there's my favorite sandwich there. Notice there are no vegetables at all on that thing. It's all meat and cheese and white bread. Those are my favorite kind. In fact, I think that picture came from 7-Eleven. You can get those kind of sandwiches at 7-Eleven. No fancy toppings on it, no vegetables. Nope, just meat, cheese, and bread. That's what I like. We got this picture in from Bennett. He is in kindergarten at Scouters Mountain. He's got a PB&J right there, enjoying that at lunchtime. He's got lots of other healthy things on his plate too, which I like to see. I wouldn't be very good at eating those extra things, but it's great that you have those there, Bennett. I'm glad that you were able to send in this picture. And then we're enjoying National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. Great picture there. How to make a peanut butter honey banana sandwich. This came from Kate Jansen out of 5th grade. She gives us a step-by-step view of how to make that sandwich. So we've got bread, peanut butter, then the honey goes on, then the bananas, and then a big bite out of it. And she says right here, yummy peanut butter, honey, and banana sandwich. That's a good one, Kate. Thanks for sending that in. Excellent choice on that. Then we have Nikhil from 5th grade. He says, I eat grilled pita bread and peanut butter with banana. So kind of like Kate, only you're using pita bread on yours. He says this picture's not mine, but he eats something similar to that. So you see, we got peanut butter, we got banana in there inside pita bread. Very interesting. A very interesting sandwich indeed. Thanks to all of you who sent in your photos. Remember, you can always send those in when I give you a challenge like that. I gave you a bonus one last week, and I said that Sunday was not only Easter, for those of you that celebrate Easter, it was also National Walk Around Things Day. So I asked you, send Mr. Long a picture or a video of you walking around with your own style. Now, Kate Jansen did that. She's the one to send in the peanut butter, honey, and banana sandwich. So here's what you could have sent in. I'm going to turn up the volume here so we can hear Kate, who sent in a video of her walking around something, and she got kind of smart when she did that. Here, let's take a look at what Kate came up with. Here we go, Kate. Take it away.
I'm Mr. Long, and this is the style of walking I do.
This is the style of walking. There we go. And she walked around a chair.
Bye.
Very good, Kate. That's all you needed to do. Walked around a chair. Very creative. Love it. Thanks for sending that in. If you have things to send in, make sure you send them to me. There's the email address right there, longc@nclac.k12.or.us. So what's our next challenge, Mr. Long? What are we going to have to do before Wednesday? Well, here it comes to you right here. Now that you've had a week in your new school situation, whether you're in distance learning with a new teacher, whether you're in hybrid now, going 2 days a week, what's been the best part so far? And what's been the toughest part? Send Mr. Long your writing, maybe a video or a slide explaining your answers. What do you like best about your new school situation? What is the most challenging part of your new situation? I want to hear all about that. Send me a writing sample, send me a video, send me a slide of what you're enjoying and maybe what you're not quite enjoying about your new school situation. Would love to hear from you. There's the place that you send that to, and lots of you doing a good job of that. I would love to hear from my new friends at Happy Valley and Scouters, that's here, Happy Valley and Mount Scott Elementary. I want to hear from those folks as well. If you're tuning into the morning messages, I hope you are. You're getting a chance to watch these. Send in to me what's been the best part about switching schools or switching your situation, and what's been the toughest part. I want to hear all about it. We'll get it up here on the morning messages. A new contest, or what isn't really new. We've been doing this for a while now, and it is, what in the world is that? Close up. What are we looking at when we show this picture close up? Now, last week I showed you that picture. What in the world is that? To me, that looks like maybe a piece of jerky, a baseball glove close up. My favorites are the wrong answers. You can send in whatever you want. Here's what Kate sent in. What was that item? Was it a cork? Was it pizza crust? Yeah, it could definitely be pizza crust. I could see that. That could be pizza crust close up. Then Nikhil, he always gives us a spinners. Is that picture tree bark? Well, that's a good guess. It could be tree bark. Or is it, what does he say? A cork. Well, it could definitely be a cork as well. What was Nikhil up to as he made that go really slow back into the screen? As a matter of fact, Nikhil was on the right track. It was a cork. And there you see a cork right there that goes in the end of bottles a lot of times. Great job by both Nikhil and Kate to send those in. We're going to give them credit for solving the mystery. There's Kate. There's Nikhil. Super job. See if you can solve the mystery for our next mystery picture. What in the world is this? Close up. Here you go right here. Any idea what that could be? Looks to me like could be somebody's messed up hair. It could be maybe, looks like maybe some carpet that's turned upside down. What is that picture of? Close up. Now, you can give me any answer you like to. Maybe you think that looks like your grandpa's eyebrow. You could send that in. Whatever answer you come up with, wrong answers are welcome here too. It's just for fun. What do you suppose that is? If you know, or if you don't know and have a guess, send it right here. longseeatnclack.k12.or.us. Can't wait to hear from you on those. We always get lots of interesting answers on those. Now, before we move on, I sometimes like to show some extra pictures of things that have been going on. Now, for those of you in the Scouters Mountain area, and who knows, this may stretch to Mount Scotts or Happy Valleys, we've been playing tag since spring break started, where you may find one of these signs in your yard. It's a tag sign. There were 15 of them that I started over spring break. And here's some pictures of kids who have sent in when they've been tagged at their house. That's Ashlyn on the left and Bailey on the right. They were tagged. They passed along to another family. Here's some other ones. That's Calvin on the left, Kaysen on the right. All of them have found these in their yard unexpectedly. And it even went to a staff member. That second grade teacher, that's Mrs. Boria, came to her house. She lives in our neighborhood, so she got tagged. And then I don't know if Mrs. Boria gave it to Claire, because Claire on the right is in Mrs. Boria's class, but Claire got one too out in her yard. Now, so far, we've had over 70 kids get tagged. I've had over 70 photos sent in to me. Now, I'm not going to put up the photo in every single time on the morning messages, but if Scouters families, if you know a friend from Happy Valley Elementary or from Mount Scott Elementary who now are a part of our school, you might want to tag them, put it in their yard. We'll see how many we can keep circulating around the neighborhoods. It's been pretty fun to have going on since spring break, and it's still going on. I got another picture this morning of another child who got tagged. So congratulations to all of them. It's always fun to do. Put it in their yard secretly and see when they notice it. All right, let's wrap up today's show with our joke of the day. Now, I can always use more jokes. In fact, I don't have any lined up right now, so I had to use one from this clown. Yeah, who is Zero the hero? Well, those of you that are in kindergarten, you know who this guy is. It's this guy right here. He shows up every 10th day, every day that ends in a zero. So day 10, day 20, day 30, day 40. And he drives me crazy. Notice he's not wearing his visitor badge. He shows up when he shouldn't be. He's in the building when he shouldn't be. So I had to take a joke from Zero because I don't have any from students right now. And what joke do you have, Zero the hero? How do you make 7 an even number? Well, of course, it's a joke about numbers. How do you make 7 an even number? Well, 7 can't be divided in half. You'd have 4 on one side and 3 on the other. So I don't know, Zero the hero. How do you make 7 an even number? How do you do that? Well, let's see what Zero's answer is. Take the S off. What does he mean? The word 7, S-E-V-E-N. You take the S off and you've got the word E-V-E-N, which means even. Gotcha. Zero? That was a creative one for him. So how do you make the number 7 even? You take the S off, and then you have just even left over. Great job, Zero, for someone who shouldn't be in the building and never wears his visitor badge. Great job. If you have a joke of the day, make sure you send it to me. You can send it just the joke or my favorite. Send a video of you telling the joke to Mr. Long. You know how to get a hold of me by now. There it is right there. longseeatnclack.k12.or.us, and we'll get it right up here on the morning messages for Wednesday. Okay, so you've got some things to work on. You've got your challenge. What's been the best thing? What's been the toughest part of distance learning so far? You got your joke of the day. Do you know what that picture was close up? You got lots of things to work on. Hope you have a great day today on this first Monday in April that we've been at school. Another full week. Some of you in hybrid learning, some of you in distance learning, some of you at Scouters, some of you at Mount Scott, some of you at Happy Valley. We're glad we're all one community. Welcome in. And the date didn't get changed on that. What happened on that? That shouldn't say Friday, April 2nd. It should say Monday, April 5th. So have a great Monday, April 5th. Shame on Mr. Long for not changing that ahead of time. I'm sure you would have caught that, though. So it is Monday. We'll see you back here on Wednesday for these morning messages. Tell me about your best things about hybrid learning, your best things about CDL so far. Can you solve that mystery photo? I want to hear all about that. Send me those videos, your slides, anything you come up with, and we'll see you right back here on the morning messages on Wednesday.